What's up, everybody? Canes wrap up a very successful West Coast swing with the 3-1 victory against the scrappy young San Jose Sharks, 3-1. Anderson, once again, road warrior in both of the W's on this West Coast swing. But he's been absolutely lights out in goal, a brick wall, a masterful glove, just the Harry Houdini saves, bailing the Canes out of jail a lot, bailing himself out of jail a lot. Breakaway chance after breakaway chance tonight, or yesterday now, against the Ducks. But I'll start with the Sharks game. 25 of 26 saves for Anderson, and a really weird, dumb, shorthanded Canes after dark type goal. 35 seconds on the power play for the Canes. Gave up a weird shorthanded goal. Burns tried to get back to bust up the 2-on-1. Ended up tripping Eklund into the net, but the puck continued into the net, so it was 1-0. And then when Seth Jarvis scores, the Canes win. I don't make the rules, but the stats say so. He got a slot chance after Jackson, the igniter, Blake, kept a couple pucks in, one board battle. Sebastian Aho was able to cause the turnover to get it to Jarvis in the slot, and he was able to bury it. And then the second goal, Jackson Blake had a nasty move. It faked out the entire Sharks defense, and the goaltender called off because Jordan Staal was barely offsides, but the correct call. So back to 1-1, and then Jackson Blake did it again. Pretty much a little bit of a carbon copy of the first goal, but he just straddled the blue line a little bit, and then was able to find Sebastian Aho, who did the smart thing and backed away from the defender to give himself more room on the one-timer and just whizzed it past to make it 2-1. And then the essential piece in the Mika Rantanen deal, I say that tongue-in-cheek, Taylor Hall won a board battle and found Sean Walker, and very, very good net front from Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Sean Walker just whizzed it past to make it 3-1. Again, you don't like the shorthanded power play goal, but the power play showed signs recently of being very effective. And then the game against the Kings, it was just not our night. It snowballed quickly from Jordan Staal not being in with a lower body injury, and Shane Gostisbehere not being in because of illness. That was a bad start, and then we didn't play bad. Their goalie made amazing saves in the first period, and we couldn't get the saves. We were giving up too many high danger chances, and Coach Chetkov just had a bad game, plain simple. And then we avoided disaster with Seth Jarvis in the third period crashing into the boards. And it looked scary at the time, but he was able to play against the Anaheim Ducks, so all good. But it was just one of those bad games. We didn't really play bad in the first period. They just buried every single one of their chances, and their shots were on goal. And, it's just one of those clunker, throwaway, garbage games. But we were able to only have Jacob Slavin on the ice for about 15 minutes, and it was a good thing because our penalty kill had to work overtime with 6. We had to kill 6 penalties, including a double minor, which the double minor was a little weird. I know it was a high stick, but it was from Walker's stick, and it was like between the Ducks guy's legs, so I don't know how you consider that a high stick double minor, but I guess there was an injury on the play. We were able to kill it off. But Frederick Anderson and Dostal in the first period Dostal was incredible too. It was 0-0. And then in the second period, all I do is score goals. Mark Jankowski did it again after a slick feed from Tyson Jost, and he was just able to get the deflection after Burns tried to get it through, but there was a block, but there was a nice convergence, and then just a long reach from Jankowski to make it 1-0. And then we gave up way too many transition opportunities, even though with the young Anaheim Ducks, that's what they do. Cherry pick those and their defensemen and players flying the offensive zone. That's what they do. But Anderson gave up a really soft goal on Killorn breakaway attempt, and he just got beat 5-hole. I think he was anticipating the pass and just left the 5-hole wide open. And then I think that made him mad because the third period, after we killed off our 6th penalty, we got a power play goal from Taylor Hall. Just really good convergence, and once again Jackson the igniter Blake crashing the net, creating some chaos, and then Taylor Hall was able to find the puck and bang it high cheese past Dostal to make it 3-1. And then, I forgot about the Martinic goal. Logan Stakoven with probably his best shift as a Carolina Hurricane. Did everything and probably deserved a goal tonight. But he created a lot of chaos and created a lively rebound, and Martinic was able to win a board battle and get it past Dostal. And that was a big key in the Kings game. Early on, we didn't win many board battles, and you could feel the missing of Jordan Staal, even though we created a lot of offensive opportunities and could have easily been in that game, but the glue wasn't there, and you could kind of tell. But then the power play goal, like I said, and then the Ducks just went on an ultimate push. Dazzling save after dazzling save, a couple of breakaways that he was able to save. A messy, greasy type of goal by Zegras, just crashing the net and finding it after Anderson saved it like 4 or 5 times with 3:23 to go. And then Taylor Hall, Eric Robinson, and Jesperi Kotkaniemi combined one of the sweeter goals. You'll see 2:47 left. Eric Robinson was able to get it out and find Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Probably a dangerous, high-risk, high-reward type of play, but a epic pass from Jesperi Kotkaniemi and the patience from Taylor Hall to be able to wait and score that to make it 4-2. And then another flurry from the Ducks, and then we were able to thwart it. A lot of Burns defending Slavin doing Slavin things. The defense and the penalty kill were otherworldly tonight. And then Jack Roslovic was not going to let Taylor Hall not have that hat trick. And his first hat trick as a Carolina Hurricane. Please, hopefully get a Hall extension because he just fits like a glove for the Carolina Hurricanes so far, and just makes that Mikko Rantanen first and the second Mikko Rantanen deal feel really good for the Canes. And 4 out of 6 out west, you take that every time, and twice on Sunday. And it's really hard to have a West Coast swing this late in the season, but to be able to do what we did and finding a little bit of success on the power play, and at least creating high danger chances and not as many 2-on-1s the other way. Because we still do, because that's what the Carolina Hurricanes do, but just less and less. So a lot of really good things are happening, and Mark Jankowski can't stop scoring goals. His 6th with the Carolina Hurricanes, and it just it gets better and better. And Frederick Anderson, 35 saves on 37 chances. A clunker for Piotr, but they happen, and you'd rather them happen on in the regular season and not in the postseason. And the goalie tandem is still working really well. So, as always, let's go Canes. Keep stacking the W's, keep stacking the points, and just keep that winning feeling and the good vibes rolling.